Hey, how's it going everybody? Drew Creal here. In this video, what I thought we would do is build a Kiesel guitar using the Kiesel Guitar Virtual Builder. For those of you that watch my channel, you already know that I'm a huge Kiesel fan. Probably seen old Orangey in all my videos. That's currently the only Kiesel that I own, and I'm hoping to order a new one this year. So I've been playing around with the Virtual Builder for several days, trying to put together the specs and the options that I'm gonna go for on my next guitar. So why Kiesel, you ask? Well, to me, they're the best custom guitar builder out there right now. To me, their guitars look amazing. I think they're on the cutting edge of modern guitar playing and modern guitar design. Their finishes are top-notch. Playability of their instruments are incredible. You can get a multi-scale, 8-string, headless thing, right? Which is what I like. You can even get a tremolo on there if you want that too. They just have a lot of options, and you know what? They're made here right in the US of A, and I think that's pretty cool. You don't have to order a guitar that's gonna sit on a boat for several months, and then finally it shows up in the United States, been sitting out in the humidity and everything. I love Kiesel. I think they do a great job. They do weekly live streams where you can ask questions about guitars with Jeff Kiesel. I think that sort of thing is really cool and helpful for the customer. And from what I can tell, they take care of their customers really well, and they just put out a great product. And I've been a fan of their stuff for years. I mean, if they're good enough for the great Allen Holdsworth, well, they're good enough for me too. With that out of the way, let's jump right in and build ourselves a new Kiesel guitar. So here we are on the Kiesel website. If you go to the front website, it looks like this. Looks like they're giving away a free case with every guitar. And you know what? If you buy a $3,000 guitar, you should get a free case. All right. So in my opinion, this is something that they should just offer all the time. If you're going to go through the painstaking process of picking out a custom instrument with all of these specs and options and beautiful woods, you know what? You should just get a free dang guitar case. That's my take on that, but Kiesel's gonna do what Kiesel's gonna do. So, all right, so the builder. So as you can see right here, we've got a builder thing. It's in the beta. They're probably gonna be updating this and improving upon it. And then coming, it looks like in Q1, so maybe in a couple months here, they're gonna do a bass builder too. So right now, all you can do is build a guitar. So let's click on guitar. And then another thing that I thought was cool that I just noticed is if you go full screen, you're gonna get the horizontal view. And then if you go like this, or if you're looking on your phone, it's gonna be vertical. So you can tell somebody put a lot of effort and work into this builder program. So let's pick out a model, and I like their standard models. Although if I was going to do an artist model, you know what I'm going to build. I'm going to build a Holdsworth guitar, but they only offer it in 6 strings. It's not really going to work for me. I'm more of an 8-string guy these days. But who knows? One day maybe I'll build a Holdsworth model for all of my fusion needs. We're going to go with the standard model. We're going to do electric, and you can see, look at all these cool models here. I think these extreme body shapes are really cool. They just started coming out with those, I think, in like 2019. I think the Type X was the first one, and then they've got all these other ones. You know, that's not really my vibe. I'm gonna go for more of a traditional body style. So those of you that know me know that I play a Vader. So I'm gonna start with a Vader. There you go. There's the standard 6-string Vader. If you want this one, just go ahead and add to cart, and boom, you've got the standard specs. But you know we're gonna deck this thing out and make it real decadent. So now that we picked out our model, we're gonna go to dexterity. Okay, I'm a righty, so that's an easy one. Strings, we're gonna go for 8 strings. Look, they're already charging you another 150 bucks for the 8-string, okay? And that makes sense. Multi-scale. If you want your 8-string to be multi-scale, it's another 200 bucks. But you know what? It's worth it because every single string on that guitar is gonna have the proper tension. So the higher strings will be nice and buttery and smooth, and then your lower strings will be nice and piano-like. And I think it's 27. Well, here, let's just click multi-scale. It's 27 on the thick strings down here, and then I think it's 25.5. So it's not super extreme multi-scale like those Ormsby's. It's a pretty nice, simple multi-scale. I don't really want multi-scale though, so I actually don't know how to turn. Oh yeah, okay, so click it again to turn it off. Cool. So now we're gonna do scale length. 27 is the only option for that. You're gonna need a case, and you know what? They're giving them away for free right now, so get a case. Okay, let's talk about body woods. Here's your body wood options over here. I'm a big fan of the way that these darker woods look. My other Kiesel has black limba on there, and that's a heavier wood. So I want to go with something maybe a little lighter, like swamp ash, let's say. Antique ash treatment? What? Okay, I don't need that. We're gonna go with swamp ash. You know what? Screw that. I'm going for the walnut. I don't care if it's heavier, whatever. Okay, we're going with the walnut body. Okay, and this is, by the way, this is a neck through guitar. So you have another piece of wood that runs through the middle, and then they sort of make what's called a sandwich on there with the sides. Okay, so they glue all that together to complete the guitar so that it looks cool and is comfortable to play. Okay, I've got a walnut body. Looks like I've got a maple neck. We'll get to the neck in a little bit here. Let's pick out a top wood. We're gonna go hardcore walnut on this bad boy. We're gonna go figured Claro walnut. It's a $400 option. And yes, I want a chambered body. I don't really know why I need increases visual distinction between top wood and body wood by adding a thin black layer between. Let's get that thin black layer. Okay, now look at what we got here. Let's go vertical, zoom in a little bit. It's already starting to look pretty sick. Okay, let's zoom back out. Okay, full screen. All right, we picked that. Finish, not available with current top wood. Okay, so because I have this dark piece of figured Claro walnut fancy pants stuff, you can't stain that. It's gonna look really bad. So you have to pick a lighter wood if you want to go with a finish. I love the way that that looks already, and so I want a nice piece of wood, and then I want them to put a nice gloss finish on it and call it a day. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about the finish, which is a really fun thing, but hey, this is my guitar, guys, that I'm building now, so you can mess around with the finishes if you want. So if you want a cool finish on your guitar, you have to make sure you choose a lighter top wood, like a plain maple, swamp ash top, flamed maple. Let's do something a little crazy just so you can see what's possible. We're gonna go all the way with the Buckeye Burl, $600 top. Goodness gracious. Then we're gonna click finish, and we're gonna start looking through. Look at all these amazing colors. Oh, I guess I can't do selected top wood. Okay, so I have to pick something else. Okay, I have to go with these down here. Okay, so if I want a red one, a moss green, that's a cool finish. Orange, I already have an orange guitar, I don't want that. Purple, I really like this sapphire blue. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Aqua, teal, emerald green, and then there's a variety of different sunbursts that you can choose. Look at this. Oh, so beautiful. Night burst, dragon burst, lizard burst. For you vintage guys out there, there's your classic sunburst, just like my 54 Strat. I don't really want any of this stuff. Like I mentioned before, for my guitar, I want to go with the Claro, figured Claro walnut. Oh, so I have to deselect the finish. So I go back to finish, none. Turn the finish off, wood, top wood. You can tell I've done this a couple times. Okay, boom, there's that beautiful guitar that I was looking for. So there's my top wood, finish, we don't want that. Logo, I really like this drop shadow black on white logo. I think that's gonna pop a lot better. You're gonna see it. Plain black would be nice on this guitar as well, but I like how the white kind of makes it pop a little bit. And then, let's see here, top coat. I just want gloss. I want a gloss guitar, sorry. The reason why I like gloss is because you've got that extra layer on there, so if something bumps into it, it just dings the gloss, right? It doesn't ding the actual wood. You can always re-gloss a guitar. That's a painful process, but that's another thing that you can do. I have several guitars that have like a furniture style finish or like a satin finish, and they're kind of all dinged up at this point, unfortunately. So I like the clear gloss on the guitar. I think it seals the guitar really well. It's better in more environments. You can get it sweaty and then wipe it off really easily. Now this is where I get really excited. Okay, these black burst back and sides. Okay, I think it's actually down here in additional options. I really like this translucent black burst edges. Okay, look what happens to the guitar when I do that. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, it's, you know, another $100. I got the chambered body, 3-piece body, which I don't even know if I need the 3-piece body thing anymore because I've got this translucent top. So I'm gonna knock that off of there. Okay, binding, we don't want any binding. We actually can't do binding on there. It's starting to look pretty sweet. It's starting to look awesome. Okay, neck options. Okay, let's get into some neck options, man. Let's get into some neck stuff here. We're looking at the neck here. Check it out. I'm gonna go the 5-piece walnut with purple heart. I mean, Goodness gracious, look at that. So sexy, amazing. You can do 7-piece if you're crazy. $400 for that 7-piece, but I'm pretty content with the 5-piece. Let's check out what the 3-piece looks like. That looks great too. Jeez. Let's go back to 5-piece though. Bam. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, there's our neck wood. Number of frets, you can only do 24. Why wouldn't you? Why would you do 22? I don't know. Thinner neck profile. I actually like the nice fat Kiesel necks. I think they're fantastic. I don't have any issues reaching any of the notes, even on a regular plain 8-string. So I'm going to keep the regular neck profile. Okay, so now we're getting into fingerboard woods. This is probably like the most fun part of a build, is picking out your fingerboard wood. So the standard one is ebony. You can do maple, rosewood, bird's eye maple, bloodwood, purple heart. That looks great with that royal ebony. So that's got like brown streaks in there. They used to call that Makassar ebony, but it's just easier to say royal ebony, but pretty sure all ebony wood comes from Africa. Okay, zebra wood. That's actually, I think that's the fingerboard wood I have on my orange VM8. So I'm a huge fan of just black fingerboards, okay? Just dark ebony. It feels really good to me to have an ebony fingerboard. I think it has a nice bright snappy tone, so I'm probably gonna go with that. Also a big fan of these roasted bird's eye maple neck, which when you get the roasted stuff, your instrument becomes non-returnable. I'm not sure why they do that, to be honest. That doesn't make any sense to me, why you wouldn't be able to return it. It's just so beautiful, you know? But I think when they first started roasting, when Kiesel Guitars first started roasting their maple necks, there was a few customers that were kind of mad about it, and they threw a fit, basically. I don't know if somebody at Kiesel roasted it too long and it got too dark, or if it was not roasted enough, but for whatever reason, the Kiesel customers were not digging that roasted job that they did on some of those early roasted necks. But you know, it's not the most high definition image, but one thing that I really like about this guitar builder is they really represent the woods well. So the color of the woods, even these like book matched, you know, flame tops and roasted bird's eye maple, roasted flame maple. Whoever made this did a fantastic job with that. So I think that's my neck. Okay, walnut, purple heart, 5-piece with a roasted flame maple top. I don't know, man. Bird's eye is just so cool. I'm probably gonna go back to bird's eye. Okay, bird's eye. There it is. Fingerboard wood. We got that. Fingerboard radius. You got 2 options here. 20-inch to a 14-inch. I like a flat radius, so I'm gonna stick with 20. Now we're getting into inlay shapes. The standard one, it looks like they've already got offset dots on there, but I'm a big fan of this 12th fret Kiesel logo. So you got the K on there, and then you've got the offset dots, and then you can of course change the material if you want fancy abalone in there. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. It's only $31.09. Jeez Louise, so expensive. We're not even done yet. Okay, you could do lumen lay. That's cool. I think on this guitar though, I just want the black, because that's gonna pop with the black pickups and the hardware and just the overall sort of dark vibe that this guitar has going. So I'm gonna stick with the black acrylic inlay material. Frets, you got some different fret options. You can get gold frets if you're real fancy. I like the stainless jumbo frets. Stainless steel lasts forever, okay? It's a super hard fret wire material. It's my favorite, and the strings just glide over the stainless steel frets so well. Especially if you get stainless steel strings, then you're really slipping around and having a good time. It's like an ice skating rink out there on that football field of frets. Wow, can't believe I said that. So I've got stainless steel jumbo frets on my Vader VM8. There has yet to be a dent, even one mark from a string. You know how when you're playing and digging in on your strings after a while, your frets start to wear out? Well, not the case with these Kiesel stainless jumbo frets. They simply last forever, especially if you use regular strings. If you just use nickel strings, like the Diodario NY, not the NYXL, but just the normal nickel strings, the string is gonna wear down sooner than the fret, and I think that's the way it should be. That way you don't have big divots in your frets. You're trying to gent it up real hard and bend and dig into and dig into your strings, well, those stainless steel frets are just gonna last you a lot longer. Rear neck finish. I just want a tung oil finish. I just want a raw piece of wood. Of course, the body is gonna be gloss right here. The back of the neck is going to be just a nice tung oil finish. I don't really want to spend another 200 bucks on a clear satin neck finish. For some reason that made the, let's go back to that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool, but it's 300 bucks, man. Goodness gracious, let's not do that. We're just gonna stick with the tung oil for the neck finish. I'm very happy with that. Okay. Electronics. You can't get active electronics when you have a chambered body. I already tried. Active electronics are not available with a chambered body. Boo-hoo. Pickup configuration. I want 2 humbuckers. I think that's the only option on this model just because of the body shape and the chambered body and things like that. For the bridge pickup, here's your 8-string options. I really wanted try some of these other Kiesel models. I even wanted to get a Holdsworth humbucker bridge and neck on here, but they just don't offer that. So these are your options for 8 strings. I already have the lithium in one of my guitars, so I'm gonna put the thorium in the bridge just to change it up. And then the neck pickup here, let's go with the beryllium. Yeah, cool. All right. Now keep in mind, when you have a non-multi-scale 8-string guitar, you can pop in just about any 8-string pickup in here. So if you want to get some Lundgrens in there, you want to get maybe even a Fishman. Now that's another question. Does the Fishman Fluence system fit in this guitar if I ever wanted to put it in? Who knows? That would be another question that you would ask. You'd have to ask Uncle Jeff about that and see if he's going to let you put some Fishman Fluences in there. I'm just gonna go with Kiesel pickups. I think they're amazing. They're great, and you're not adding any money when you go with the Kiesel pickups. So in the future, if you want to swap out these Kiesel pickups with something else, you totally can. It's a lot more difficult when we're talking about multi-scale guitars because you have those angled pickups, and as far as I know, it's really hard to find aftermarket multi-scale pickups, but maybe you guys know about those. I don't know. Okay, next we're going with pickup color. We've already got black. I think black is just about the only thing that's gonna look good. I don't like that. Nope, not into that. Racing green, ugly as hell. Okay, going with black. Okay, pickup pole pieces, black. So now this guitar, it's starting to look real awesome, okay? It's pretty close to being done. I think it looks sick, it looks amazing. We got the pole pieces figured out, we got the controls. I want to keep the volume and the tone just as they are. I'm not trying to mess with that. Now, I think it's a little funny and a little strange that you have to delete the, if you don't want a tone control, you got to pay another $100. Why you have to pay money for them not to drill another hole in your guitar, I don't know. Okay, but that's how Kiesel rolls. If you want to delete it, let's delete it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, there's a 1 knob. That actually, man, that looks cool. But and then let's see if we can delete that. If you want your volume knob way down there where you can't reach it easily, I don't know why you would ever do that. That's that, okay? Let's turn that off. I just like that. Let's keep it normal, man. Let's keep it simple. You're probably gonna find a situation where you wanna roll back on the tone, okay? So why not give yourself that option, right? If you're feeling particularly jazzy. Okay, acoustic saddles and output are not available with a chambered body. Okay. So I don't really want that. Maybe somebody does out there. That's a pretty cool option. Okay, so hardware options. Bridge, black hardware is the only thing you can do. You can do fixed or tremolo. I want to put an 8-string tremolo on there because I think that's cool, and they're pretty. It's kind of a rare thing as well. Okay. So there we go. We got the bridge on there. Let's go with knobs. I think these wood knobs would be pretty cool. I find that having a piece of metal on there, it's a little bit more tactile and easier to turn. So I'm gonna go, well, let's just look at all these other ones. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go back to black. Black is the way to go. Knobs, strings. I play 9s on an 8-string. On its normal 6-string, I play 10s. There's that. Let's go with strap buttons. Definitely want to add the Dunlop strap buttons on there. It's always a nice touch. Electronic cavity cover. Ooh, you can get a wood cavity cover. I'm gonna go with the ebony on that. I think that just adds a lot of value to the instrument when it's not plastic. Get all the plastic off of there, right? Okay, electronics, tremolo cover. Let's get an ebony piece of wood on there as well. I think that about covers it. Dang, there's my guitar, $33.69. So when I come up with $3,369, I'll let you guys know, and then I'll order this guitar and I'll unbox it for you. But until that time comes, it's just gonna sit here on the Kiesel Virtual Builder Let's go ahead and add that to a cart. Here's the little terms of sale. We only offer a 10-day money-back guarantee for qualifying orders. Cancellations occurring during the build process will have a minimum of 20% restocking fee. So if you pay the deposit and then you cancel your Kiesel order, I'm guessing that they keep your deposit. You're not getting that back because they already started cutting wood, right, that they may not be able to use for a while because of your crazy obsession with walnut. Okay, the walnut tree. Once you place the order, you are setting the final specs and no changes can be made. When you put this in a cart and then you click buy now and you pay them the money, you cannot change it. You can't call the guys, okay? You can't get on the Kiesel website and tell them to change it. So that's kind of a bummer. I think it keeps things simple so that you can, you spend all the time you want on the builder, you pick all the things you want, you let the guys build the dang guitars. You don't bother them once they get started. And then by clicking continue, you are agreeing to the terms. Continue. I can't return this guitar because of the roasted fingerboard. Okay, I agree. So then it's gonna go in my cart. Boom, there's my list of options. And there's my free ultimate soft guitar case, which really is the coolest guitar case on the market. It's like a little backpack, and it's perfect for headless guitars. If I was one of those gigging guys here in Broadway in Nashville playing in the honky tonks, I would totally use a headless for that because they're so easy to transport. They're lightweight. You're not going to bump anybody on a small stage. They're just fantastic instruments. But a lot of the guys down there just can't put the Telecaster down, okay? And hey, I don't blame them. It's a great instrument, great guitar. All right, you guys, thank you so much for checking out my Kiesel guitar build. I had a lot of fun doing this video. It's fun to just dream a little bit. And if for some reason I win the lottery, or if I decide to sell my vehicle and buy this guitar, I'll let you guys know, and I'll order this guitar and we'll unbox it. But until the other circumstances open up, I think it's just going to live here online. So once again, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. I really love reading your thoughts and your comments on my videos, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. So wherever you're at, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.